Alrighty folks, welcome to Awful Taste But Great Execution. This week's video is brought to you by our usual sponsor, me, or my clothing line, Quality Content, available at qcathletics.com, because this week, hopefully by the time this video goes up, but if not, then later in the week, the joggers, which sold out real quickly first time around, should have a restock. These ones right here. I'll link directly to them in the description if they're available now. Otherwise, I'm recording this in advance, so I don't know exactly when it's going to happen, but check it out. Link in the description. I'd be wearing them right now, except I only have one pair because you guys bought the rest and they're always in the wash. Let's start off not with number 19, but number 19,000 upvotes, because there's some not safe for work posts we're going to have to skip over. This vintage cabbage dining set. Somebody really likes cabbages. Or they made this so that they could do tea parties with their Cabbage Patch Kids dolls. You know, they combined their passions together. Cabbage Patch Kids, tea parties, pottery, fused them all together for a brilliant kind of off-green set of plates and teacups and bowls. That's some serious effort. A serious set of dishware, my God. Rick Owens wax model of himself table. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to know who Rick Owens is, but I have a feeling Rick Owens really likes Rick Owens. He's his biggest fan. Oh my God, that's weird. Okay, it's not in a Madame Tussauds, it's a coffee table. It looks like a very nice boutique kind of store or something, and then there's just the founder, or the wax statue of him kind of doing yoga poses underneath the coffee table right in the main area. If I was, you know, opening up a quality content retail store and other people were like, hey, what if we put a wax figure of you under a coffee table in the store? I'd be like, I'm never going to go to the store then, but if you guys really think it's going to increase sales, you're wrong. You know, very impressively level back right there. Doing the exercise very well to hold the glass completely flat. Good stuff. My mom was asked to make a baby shower cake. Let's just say no one wanted to cut the cord. Why am I suddenly hungry for steak? Is hungry the right word? I don't know if hungry is the right word. Maybe I'm not super hungry for steak. Maybe I'm not hungry at all. And is the cord really the thing that most people didn't want to cut? You know, not the head. Imagine you're having a baby and someone presents you with this. It's like, all right, go ahead and cut the head off. It's like, this is kind of symbolizing things that I really don't want to think about right now. Also, it's like just a really big bone for the bone-in ribeye. It just looks like a steak, but it's a baby. Oh my God. Monster truck hearse. Now, while I have a feeling that this probably doesn't actually operate as a hearse anymore, I can't help but think how impractical it would be to have you required to basically like snatch the hearse or the coffin over your head in order to get into the thing. It's a Mad Max hearse, that's really what it is. After they ride to Valhalla all shiny and chrome, I mean, they gotta throw those bodies somewhere, right? So obviously the hearse has to fit the aesthetic of all the other cars in the group. So I mean, this works. If we look at it independent of its functionality as a hearse, it's kind of cool. I kind of want them. You know, those some impressive booty gains. I'm not gonna lie. If you've been working hard on the squats and the unalive lifts, though, it's like, I bet that would feel really nice. Like those would be molded to you, right? I mean, as long as you fit the mold, it could be hard plastic, and you're gonna feel like you're just comforted, right? All that cushions are is spreading the surface area load of your weight. If it's perfectly molded to you, then it's gonna feel just as nice as a nice cushion. So, I mean, this is motivation to get the booty gains, right? You're working in like a fitness office or something, a place that distributes gym supplies. You're given one of these, they're like, hey, as soon as you get those booty gains, you'll be really comfortable in your office chair. So it's gonna motivate you to put in the work over in our gym room. Because we still got one, you know? They have a quarantine gym in the Fitness Booty Gains office for sure. Whatever this is, why does it look like a caterpillar shoe? Oh my God, it's badminton birdies. That looks really uncomfortable. Look at that. That would be digging into your skin. I guess that's why you're wearing socks, because otherwise you'd have this one pressure point where that thing's just rubbing into you nonstop, cutting into your skin. Oh, that would feel terrible. You need to at least give some kind of uniform, I don't know, fabric liner here at the top of this thing. Otherwise, that's going to be so unpleasant. I mean, probably pretty practical, right? As some beach shoes, you get some good traction in the sand. I always hear people complaining about their traction when they go to the beach. So, you get to dig them in. You won't lose grip. And also, if the water gets in them, it's fine. It's got plenty of drainage holes all over the place. Perfectly comfortable. And also very cushiony with the birdie balls. This brings me back to badminton, dude. Back in middle school, I crushed at badminton. We had our badminton phase for like a few weeks. I was so into that, dude. Spike that birdie onto people. If you watch like professional badminton, it is so gnarly. Maybe this is what the shoes look like for it. The human dice. Oh my god, it's blinking. Okay, so this has got to be CG, but he's interacting with it. Oh god, so this person must have made a physical dice and added those like moles for the other numbers on it, but then for the eye, they motion tracked it and added the eye and blinking in post-production. This is really impressively well done motion tracking and 3D stuff going on here. Impressive compositing, like it really matches the lighting of the room and everything. I don't think that the dice itself is CG, because if it is, that's even more impressive, and this person should be, I don't know, working for ILM or Pixar or something like that, because like interacting with a 3D object, usually if you look closely, it sort of starts to fall apart because it's very difficult to do, but it must be physical, and then you just add it. Oh god, so he's holding this physical skin textured mole number dice. Well done, but also, what even gave you the idea for it? This tattoo. I feel like we have too many Rick and Morty tattoos on this subreddit. Rick and Morty must just be the highest tattooed, like, modern show of all time. That's well done art. And oh my god, are the colors vibrant. This must be just, like, brand new. But also, I'm like, I mean, I don't really know what's going on here. I don't know, maybe there is an actual, like, Joker reference inside of Rick and Morty. I haven't seen anything beyond, like, the second season. But I just love how you have this beautiful piece of art, and then below it you do this super low budget smiley face, presumably on purpose to kind of represent the Joker. Also though, the text is like too off to the side. Shouldn't it be like right here? Do you want to line it up right above rather than it being over there? Because then you're like not sure, is that tattoo part of the Rick and Morty image? Is it kind of just loser, lover? It's just unrelated? I can't tell exactly. Like, let's make it close enough that we know that they're all part of the same piece there. Toilet paper nail. Oh my god. I don't know that I'd be able to get a full cleaning off of this amount, but you know, maybe if I bidet'd first, I'd get a wipe with this, and then we'd be sorted, at least for that particular session. Also, I just want to thank you for not being a heathen and dispensing it from the top. Whenever I run into a place that is dispensing from the underside, I am immediately infuriated. I know that there are probably some of you out there who do that, and you're upset at me for saying that I'm upset at you for doing that, but I am upset. Toilet paper should be dispensed from the top. You say,
well, I have a cat, and the cat will play with the roll and bring the toilet paper all over the place.
Well, yeah, train your cat, okay? Your cat should not dictate how you live your life with toilet paper. That should be you and you alone. It is sacred. Don't let your cat disturb you and your toilet papering. Cheese Crocks. This really brings a whole new meaning to that phrase. If such and such unlikely thing happens, I'll eat my shoe. I mean, in this case, the shoe is perfectly edible. I don't know how comfortable it'd be. I don't know how well it would hold up to wear and tear. But I guess at the end of the day, Crocs really are kind of just like Swiss cheese. So someone was like, you know what? Let me just take a block of Swiss cheese, carve it into a Croc. The cycle will be complete. I'm not really feeling like putting out the effort for a wood carving right now, much less a stone. We're not at that level yet, but, we'll practice on a block of cheese and make a great sculpture. If you get hungry after a long walk, you've got plenty of options. You'll have to figure out which part of the shoe you want to eat. Maybe up here, because then you'd still have enough to kind of keep you in it. If you eat the back, you're going to come out of the back. If you eat this part up here, your foot's going to start coming out. You don't want to reduce your support. The sole's going to have been in contact with the ground. I don't know what part you eat first. Tough decision. Does this count? This is, I think, is it low budget or low cost cosplayer? He actually has a lot of really ingenious things that he does that are like so simple in some cases, but really smart and well done. And I've seen this before. It's like, why is the skin tone such a perfect match? You could Photoshop eyedropper that, and it's identical. I can't tell the difference. Which is the real Tom Nook, and which is the real Tom Nip? I have no idea. Imagine him like booting up the game and just being like, wow, Tom Nook really matches my skin tone in a couple of places. Let me use this to my advantage. It's amazing. Bravo. Absolutely incredibly well done. Now you have to go and continue to pay your way out of massive amounts of debt to Tom Nook. So have fun. Just a cake covered in white chocolate teeth. There's something about this that just, God, it makes me start salivating, but not good kind of salivating like you've seen something delicious. It's the kind of salivating that you get before you're gonna throw up. That kind. You can feel your throat like start to just pushing it. No thank you. Maybe it taps into my deep, dark fear of the dentist's office. Just teeth. God. And they all look different. Like, how many molds do you have for your white chocolate teeth that you just randomize them and then throw them into a pack? What kind of niche kind of stuff, what kind of niche occasion do people buy this for other than Halloween? Is it just Halloween white chocolate teeth? God dang it. You can get teeth stuck in your teeth. Bat stash. I mean, it looks like he's already done the quarantine head shave, which I'm on the verge of some point soon. It's like, can't go to the barber, so, hey, it'll save me soap, right? Just do the full-on shave off and then shampoo, I should say. Hardly have to use any shampoo at all to clean. Also, how do you have facial hair that looks like that? That is the thickest facial hair that I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, I feel like, I've got pretty decent facial hair density. It's nothing crazy, but it's enough to at least be able to grow the beard and not just have patches all over the place that are empty. This is like nothing I've ever seen before. And look at the connection. Look at the connection. I have gaps there. How did he? I am envious of this man. That's all I could say. Bleeding necklace. This is for when you need to look classy, but also it's a Halloween party at the same time. And they're like, you know what? We're not welcoming just throwing a Scream mask on and going from there. Like, you gotta look fancy, but also it has to be a costume. So I'm like, oh, okay. Well, let's get the pearl necklace with the rubies dangling off of it. The painted beads up here look a little bit unsettling, but this effect is actually pretty cool because it's not that bloody looking. You get what it's going for. Up here is a little bloody looking though, I'm not gonna lie. But it's kind of cool. World War II Mickey Mouse gas mask intended to make the mask look less scary for children. I got to imagine this is a part of their licensing history that Disney wants to forget. God, I had no idea. I guess to some extent, I bet a lot of companies you wouldn't have thought were involved in the war effort in some way, shape, or form. And maybe this is what we'll be seeing people wear to Disneyland as the restrictions start to ease off and people are able to go to amusement parks and things like that again later on this year. I have a feeling that this would probably be contraband at Disneyland. They'd be like, yeah, we're trying to forget about this part of our history. You can't bring that into the park. You're gonna cause children to cry. This is absolutely some kind of horror movie villain mask. I don't think that this made things any less scary for children. In fact, I think I'm more inclined to be more scared by this than just a regular gas mask. And the top for the last month, this woodwork. I think I might have seen this before, but here it is again. I mean, we got to see it because it is the top for the last month. Illuminati Cat butt confirmed. I like how you took it to the beach too. You finished this and you're like, what's the best thing I can do right now? Yeah. Take it to the beach with all these people so that I can parade it around and take a photo of it. And hopefully some people will be like, what are you holding there? Oh yeah, it's just my Illuminati cat butt. I just finished carving it. It took me a week. You like it? I'd be like, you're talented, but I don't know where you got the idea from. It's like cats are gonna take over the world someday. This is the sign. This is the chosen one. Eventually a cat will appear that has the Illuminati cat butt, and that's the one that will lead them to world domination. That's it for the last month of Awful Taste but Great Execution. Make sure to like if you like. Check out the playlist in the description if you want to catch more of these. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and I'll see you next time.